What's good, everybody? Grand rising, good night. However it is that you're watching this video. Um, I wanted to do just a little video on the topic of how to engage your senses. You know what I'm saying? And the senses, the senses are pretty much the. I mean, when it comes to like how we understand what senses are, like as we're going to school, growing up. No, we're told that there's five senses. You know what I'm saying? Smell, touch, sight, hearing, and feeling. My bad. Uh, Sight, smell, hearing, feeling, and damn, I'm fucking up. There's five of them bitches, man. I feel like getting too deep into that right now, but we were told that it's five, and it's just as far as how we understand like what how we perceive the world. You know, we're already told from grade school to growing up how we should perceive it, whether it be how we're seeing the shit, how we're smelling things, how we hearing things, how we how things feel and shit like that, and how damn, it really got me fucked up that I can't remember all five senses. But y'all get over that. But just as far as cause I mean I consider it. I mean I'm gonna say I consider like so many other senses to be a part of what the norm is. That, you know what I'm saying, that's why we just gotta break down, like go back to elementary to explain like what some of the shit is. That's as far as how we identify with the senses. You know what I'm saying? But as you I mean, and especially for like those who like more in tune to like the emotional aspects of themselves, just going off what you know, you I feel like most people would know that there are more senses, but because they haven't been, you know, placed into a book or placed into this mainstream conversation, we don't accept those senses as being normal. Like just it's like how we perceive the sense of sight to be normal. Then the sense of, I don't know, just picking up on somebody's energy. You know what I'm saying? That's a sense in itself. The sense of your intuition. You know what I'm saying? Just getting a hunch, getting us something from your a gut feeling of things. That's an extension of the feeling sense, but still it's more senses to that. And the sense of just, I mean, just picking up on your environment, just picking up wherever you are, whatever that you can tap into. You know, whether it be, I mean, so some would say that the emotions could very well be senses too. I mean, because if we're gonna go with feeling, you know, we get then. See, it gets real deep how we pretty much dissected what it means just to be, I'm gonna say a spirit, or and just living in this vessel as a body. You know what I'm saying? We're all of that, but because of we've been, you know, groomed, you know what I'm saying, on the side of the hemisphere to be, alright, this is that, and this is that, and this is that, we don't see a connection between any of it. So just as far as, I mean, how I want to, you know, pretty much break down for y'all what it means to engage in your senses, gotta feel, you gotta do some shit like this, you know what I'm saying? And just try to vibe with me. If you don't feel it, that's cool. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, this, I hope that you can use it to better you. So when it comes to our senses, which pretty much make up our reality, if one ever wants to manifest things better, if one ever wants to have clarity in some things, or get a grasp of what's like really going on, one thing that I found to help engage your senses, for example, when it comes to let's say you got anxiety, or some kind of like nervous pressure to go up against something in life. You know what I'm saying, everybody goes through it. Everybody got their own method. Of course, maybe do a video on that, just dealing with anxiety, nervousness, and this impatience and all that. A lot of things I've been making a video on. But let's say you're going through those kind of things, nervousness and all that. What we got to do to overcome those kind of things, first I would tell you to speak into existence what you really want to happen. How do you want this to go? Do you feel like your current feeling of being in a state of nervousness, being scared, shy, whatever emotion that you deem negative, is that's the one that you are constantly choosing to pick up on, constantly choosing to say that, you know what, that's what I want to resonate with, even though this situation might not really need that. It might need an emotion of another sort that would help remodel that situation for you. And those emotions that we tend to deem negative, like I said, nervousness. You know what I'm saying, there's a yin and yang to all feelings, I'd say. So I mean, it's, the love of a mother, the wrath of a mother. You know what I'm saying, it's a duality to all things. But I mean, like I said, we put things in boxes and don't allow transparency to really define what it means to be in this kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying, if I feel this way, I can't feel that other way. That's how people tend to think. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know what I'm saying, let's say you feeling that way, you feeling down, you might have something to speak on, might have a performance, whatever. Whatever you want to choose to go into is, as far as I don't want to feel this way. I mean, once you understood that I know that I need to do this, how do I get into the right attitude? You know what I'm saying, you gotta first, I'll tell you to do 3 things to engage your emotion. You know what I'm saying, to put some feeling into it. You got to speak that first. Speak that out loud, just like I'm speaking this to you now. Speak it to yourself. I am confident. I know what I'm doing. This is something relative to that. It's something that you can say that to whatever it is in life that you know that can't nobody tell you shit about. You know what I'm saying? Say that, I mean, I am that, however it is that makes you feel. Speak that first. Alright? And after you speak that, say that in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Without moving your lips, I'm just, for example, I am confident. Say that in your mind. Pay attention to that voice now. I'm confident. Now that you've heard that in your mind, I need you to feel that in your mind. Not just hear the words inside your mind, or the person who's speaking that inside your mind. Feel it. Like, I mean, we pretty much become numb to to all the like different emotions that we go through. Cause like I mean, just like all the different varieties of candies and chips people eat. We got our favorites, but to everything else, like we like whatever, it's kind of numb to it. We become numb to the emotions to the point where we speak them every day. You know, we hear love songs and uh, we see people experiencing anger, and we talk about a whole bunch of times. But I don't know, to see those things but not uh, uh, know how to repeat or or internalize those things and using them for your own personal benefit. Me as a Capricorn saying that, you know what I'm saying, you kind of like miss out on the experience tapping into whatever it is that you want to feel. Um, I'm saying it because if I told you, I mean, let's say I spoke with a happy person. She just got their new car. You know what I'm saying, she just, you know, everything's cool with her right now. And I told her, you know what? Be sad. Be angry. If I told her like this to be those things, she's like, nigga, what for? I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? If I told her to be those things, all those things, I mean that me telling her to feel all those bad things cannot infiltrate that wall she has up now. That aura, that shield she has up now, which is, you know, her high spirits, whatever. I'm saying, you know, whether it be those things are related to material or, you know, spiritual, whatever. It depends, but I'm saying just in general, tell her to feel bad. Tell him or her to feel bad. She ain't gonna, he ain't gonna really, you know, be receptible to what you just told them to do. Tell her somebody who's down, depressed, to feel happy about themselves. I'm saying telling her, hey man, be alright. I mean, charge that shit to the game. You good? Can you really like expect a person to go from being depressed to happy? No. This is like a vice versa situation of the thing I just explained. They had this wall, this understanding, this perception, this feeling that, I mean, for the moment is now solidified. And, you know, and before all that happened, you know what I'm saying, before anybody got sad, before anybody got happy, there was a whole lot of talking going on. And within the mind, with that talking, no action was being made. And the strongest reason that action was being made, because that feeling attached to that talk within the vessel was like, you know what, go ahead and get this. I feel good about this, and at the similar to how, you know, dolphins do whatever they got to do to get their next fix. You know what I'm saying, life plays out kind of like in a less doped out way, you know, more taking its time kind of way. The mind does know that thing, and while it's like so-called sober or what. You know what I'm saying, let's if the brain wants this, all right, this is the dopamine I'm looking for. This is what'll make me happy. You know what I'm saying, and it's the mind. Or you could say the mind creates that feeling, or that feeling was like, I mean, already in the atmosphere. But, you know, this is what we have to understand when it comes to like tapping into feelings. I mean, you can't normally expect a person to do what's outside of their spirit, what's outside of their universe. You know what I'm saying? What they are within, you know, first has to be expressed outwardly. And what you telling them to feel the opposite of what they feeling is, it's just no, it ain't gonna work for them. So just what you doing is what you're doing is just not really much for them. But you know what I'm saying? In order to get a person to feel the other way, because like back to the example, I said speak that, talk that, and you know, finally feel that, which is like, you know, pretty much the strongest part in that trilogy. To get a person to feel that, to get yourself to feel that, you have to go back to a time where you felt that opposite feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm just for the example. You know, I don't know, you about to go on stage and sing, but you feel like things gonna mess up for you. I would be alright. I would be alright. Speak that in mind, and to feel that you'll be alright. You got to take yourself out, like kind of lessen the sense of the visual, and increase the sense of the imagination, the sense of memory. Remember when, I don't know, you was in the shower, you was just, you know, in your room just jamming to a song. Of course, I mean, you're gonna feel like you was off beat, but the feeling is just being happy and being in your groove, in your vibe. That's the kind of feeling that you want to get out there on stage, right? Right. So, like I said, the reality of things are more than just your five senses. The reality, you don't just have to satisfy what your eyes see. You don't just have to satisfy what you hear. Sometimes you really do have to satisfy the imagination, the creativity, satisfy the will, satisfy your confidence, satisfy the better parts of yourself, instead of you know, constantly satisfying the negative aspects of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're off balance. We're on this side of the duality, and I don't know, just see a disconnection between all of it. So when you're on all that stage, see the connection of what you need to be doing in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So you got to feel powerful. You got to feel like you've got I don't know, the ancestors behind your back or something. You got to feel like you've got like you 5 years old. You know, the toddlers and the children and all that. I'm saying they don't get like caught up in the fear that much. They don't get caught up in being judged. You know what I'm saying? They'll call out other people definitely, but only because they feel like those other people won't judge them as much as they probably judge themselves. It ain't until like later on in life we gotta wear all these other different masks and lessen the wheels of our chakras, lessen the purity of what we were before this. You know what I'm saying? That's for another video. But for us to feel like what we gotta do, you know what I'm saying? If you're going up on that stage, you know what I'm saying, you hear the crowd, you hear the announcers saying your name. Initially you was feeling scared, you was feeling the premeditated embarrassment, you were feeling, you know, jittery, worried about you not doing your best. And plus you might be all by yourself in line or whatever. Who knows? But for anybody who's like not a singer, just relate this to another time in your life where you might have felt like, alright, this is like a challenge, and I have to face this no matter what. Or do this all over again, or my life is over. I mean, whatever it might have been. I'm saying everybody has their phases, everybody has their stages, and as we go through these different ages, we got to deal with all the different kinds of wages of being balanced or not, because this balance is the one that ties the knot to the plot of the past. And what is the past? It's only the lesson. And you had that lesson from that lesson right now to be like, alright, we're gonna my bad for the rhyming, y'all. But we're gonna as I go out on my stage, face my and deal with facing my challenges, I gotta remember that I gotta be me. And I gotta feel me. Feel the realest parts of me. I gotta feel the parts of me that brought this into existence, because I was speaking about it a whole lot in my mind. Probably yapped off about it to my friends and family like that. But I do this because I love it. I do this because it's something that frees me. And take this feeling of being powerful, impactful, being yourself, and repeat those three aspects of the speaking out loud, speaking to yourself, and feeling. You connect all of that with the feeling, and you will manifest what it is that you want to experience. Because as you're going through that feeling, because you already know what it's like to have somebody like barge in on the door for you. I don't know. You might have been in the shower singing. Somebody busting on the door, and like, I mean, it can happen, but you don't really get that scared. At least I don't think so. Or it might be in your room. Or you might be. I mean, it's singing anyway. You catch people singing, you. Oh, sorry, my bad. It'll be a situation like that. And if you happen to like mess up on this thing, hey, people get it. They can still, for the most part, feel what they're watching. They understand that it's a show on talent. They understand that, hey, you're here to do your thing. And people got whatever, whatever kind of judgments on things, whatnot. You know that there's some people in your family that don't like you singing because they just haters. You know that there's some people in your life, with your friends, whatever, that sincerely like you singing. And you're gonna increase both of those aspects as you go on to develop what it is that you're afraid of, and eventually you'll be able to tap into, all of your feelings. You know what I'm saying, you engage yourself, you engage your feelings in the ways of you're connecting your past with the now. And as you do that, connecting the past with the now, past with the now, you know what I'm saying, you predict the future a little bit better. You know what I'm saying, the feeling of things are what make up life. The feeling of things are the things that you will put down in your diary or your movie, your own biopic or whatever. The feeling of things are you. Well, in a way. But that's for another video. I want to thank all y'all for watching. I could have talked all day about this, but I just want to put my 2 cents in on wherever it is that you might need help on. At one point in my life, I needed the same shit too. So if you feel it, brother, appreciate that. Stay up. Stay woke. Niggas creeping. Peace, y'all.